In this screencast, I'll explain how you can convert a grid into a triangle surface. So we have a project with some grids. I would show you the one that we've got here. That's the one. I would actually do the rainbow coloring so you can see that it's not a flat surface but has some scale. Also, we can do the view settings, and we can extend it to 10 meters. So you can see that there is some landscape over here. Also, I will need to run some modules. I forgot to run the core module, so I will load it. Okay, so the module is here. So the probably the most straightforward way would be to do the export and export to it to a text file, and then import it from the text file as just points. But it's rather long, and we would not consider it as a possibility. The other one is graphics mesh grid, and over here you identify the grid file. You tell the grid value you want to do. You tell it where you want to output it to a design file, and say the layer. You don't need to input any limitations over here unless you want to limit it to some contours, so bring some limits or change the display definition. So basically you just need to fill the input output frame. When you click OK, I've already done the job before, so it tells me whether I want to override it. I would say yep. And let's have a look at what do we have as a result. So we go here from grid, and I'll switch this off. So this is design file graphics, and you can see that it has modeled the sides of our grids in a specific way. So what you can do now, you can open a triangulation file where you want to put your triangles, and say I have two different layers here already, so I would say I want to output it over here, and I need to select all my design file graphics and do the draw triangles triangulate. As far as I already have a layer with some graphics inside the triangulation file, it tells me to put the new set, and I will do the override, so you can see that it actually places the data and creates the triangulation surface. So now we need to switch off the design file graphics, and I also change the visual overrides here so you can see the result. The problem is that as you have seen, we have used lines as basis for our triangulation, so sometimes they might introduce additional edges, but it actually depends on what you want. This might be quite a satisfactory result for you. The other way of how you can create the triangle surface from the grid surface is actually create points, not lines but points, which would be located in the nodes between the intersections of these lines. Let me tell you how this can be done. So I'm switching off the triangulation stuff, I'm switching off the from grid stuff, and I'm bringing back my original grid. So what do? We go to graphics, we go to post, and then we go to grid. Over here we tell in the input the name of the grid file, we put the grid Z location value, and we put the posting values, just the same value here and here. We also would say that we are outputting to the file design file shed graphics and the layer points. And again, if you are not going to introduce any limitations here, or if you want to control where your text would be located compared to your points, you just can use the input output. Don't forget to put the output stuff, and you can click OK. Again, the file exists. In my case, I will overwrite it, and if I would switch it on, it might take a while, and especially it might take a while if you have a grid with a very small cell, because what it does, it actually puts the vertex. I'll switch off the grid. It puts the vertex and it puts the text annotation. In this case, the grid was not really that big, so it was working quite fast. But again, if your grid is really small and if you've got lots and lots of grid cells, the displaying of text might take time, so be patient. Then we won't really need text. So what you can do, you can zoom in, click on the text. Don't forget to change your points layer into the edit mode, otherwise we will not succeed. Okay, now zoom in, point at the text, click the right mouse button. In my case it doesn't work. The idea is to do the selection promotion and select all the text. Let me correct this problem. I will pause the video for a short time. Okay, I was not pressing hard enough. My mouse is a little bit old. So I would say I want to select all the text, which is white. I just all the text here, and it selects all the text. I don't need text for my exercises, so I will press delete and I will hit OK. It will take some time to delete the text. In my case it was fast again because it was only 9,000 items. If you would be dealing with several million items, I guess it would take a while. But okay, let's try to visualize these points and the graphics which we have from our previous experiment. So for you to understand where these points are located, as I said, these points would be located at the nodes of our grid. So it looks like this. Okay. Now we can use these points to do the triangulation. So what do? We go here to triangulations, we open the from points, we do the edit, and now we will select all the graphics, all the design file graphics, all the points that we have, and we would go again to draw triangles, triangulate. Again, as far as I'm overwriting existing graphics, I need to select the corresponding layer and subset and click OK, and I'll say overwrite. It takes a while, but as you can see, it has created the surface, and I would do the coloring for it, probably like this. Yep, yeah, looks quite nice. So, and I guess that this would be a better result than the result we have seen from lines. We can actually compare them if you want. So I would visualize both of them. The only thing, I need them to be of different colors. So we switch off the color, and you see that they are of different colors. One is red, one is green. Switch off points, and I do have a section specification which actually creates sections along the whole surface, and I'll show you in a second how it looks like. Okay, We'll rotate it a little bit. We'll zoom in. You see that the surfaces coincide almost on in all the cases. The only deviation might be because the green surface was made on lines and the red was made on points, so they might deviate a little bit. We can try to go along to the next section. Let's visualize it. I'll zoom in. You can see that they are quite going pretty close to each other, so the deviation is really minimum. So from this result I'm making a conclusion that actually each variant that I have explained is acceptable, and they give quite a comparable result. So you might use any one of them. The only thing is, as I said, if you would be doing the posting things with points, if you would be dealing with large number of cells, the handling text might take some additional time. So that's why for really large grids, you might vote for the first variant, which was from lines. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you would be able to use this in your work. Thank you and bye.